So you're spending your days meandering about outside, searching for those incredibly elusive Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Are you even sure your collection of rare Pokemon is as complete as it can be? Well, keep watching to ensure your search is all encompassing, because here are the 20 rarest Pokemon in Pokemon Go.
Amazing!
Number 20. Gyarados. Think this water-type, sea dragon-esque Pokemon is just waiting around for you to catch. Absolutely not. They're slippery in the wild, but use your incense bombs liberally and you may find one to add to your Pokedex. It's the evolved beast of the boring Magikarp, but don't try evolving this mundane fish just yet, because you'll need 400 freaking candy to evolve it, which means that you'll have to find at least 100 of these boring helpless fish. Number 19. Hitmonchan. Put up your dukes and square off against this fighting type Pokemon, if you can find him. Whether or not you'll ever stumble across this quick stepping fighter may depend on your region, but the overall consensus is that the Fists of Fury are not generally easy to find. Number 18. Hitmonlee. An alternative to Tyrogue's other final forms, Hitmonchan and Hitmontop. Hitmonlee is about as rare as it is strange looking. If you happen across the no-mouthed fighter, be sure to act quick, or else you might lose the chance to add it to your roster. Number 17. Chansey. This adorable, sweet-looking ball of pink is not one you'll likely stumble upon, but if you do, be sure to grab one to take advantage of its high stamina, high HP, and of course, dem curves. Number 16. Magmar. When you feel things starting to heat up, chances are there's a Magmar around. Actually, because this fiery Pokemon is so rare, you're probably just experiencing the effects of summer heat. Nevertheless, it may be a good idea to keep an eye out for the flaming Magmar, just in case luck is on your side. Number 15. Venusaur. This evolved form of Ivysaur and Bulbasaur looks like a fat, bulbous frog-like plant with teeth. But it's a rare, fat, bulbous frog-like plant with teeth. The path to Venusaur should start with catching Bulbasaur and some farming of evolution candies, all 125 candies needed to evolve to the final form. Or you could just walk around dozens of parks, but you'd probably still not find one. Number 14. Blastoise. Like Venusaur, adding a Blastoise to your Pokedex could be a matter of starting off with a Squirtle and evolving it with 125 evolution candy. Though the farming will take a bit of time, it may wind up being quicker and easier than actually stumbling upon this rare water-type Pokemon. Number 13. Charizard. Take a Charmander and add 125 evolution candies, and what do you get? If you said Charizard, you'd be correct. But there's no fun in just farming candy to evolve your Pokemon, right? Half the fun is scoping out areas to actually catch one, but Charizard may prove to be a bit nightmarish to try and find though. Number 12. Aerodactyl. Like the extinct pterosaur this aerial Pokemon is named after, Aerodactyl is not something you'll likely find in the wild. If you do, though, be sure to jump at the chance to snag one. Though found mostly in open areas, Aerodactyl has been nabbed in places as odd as a Mexican kitchen and downtown Disney. Number 11. Tauros. Unless you're doing your Pokemon hunting in North America, chances are you aren't going to come across this bovine. Hidden in more desert-like places, Tauros should fit well into any growing Pokemon collection. Number 10. Snorlax. Often we find the rarest of something is the best of it. The oversized, sleepy Snorlax is as rare as it is powerful, bringing plenty to the field should you be able to actually find one. Want to hold a gym as your own? A high-level Snorlax is a pretty good bet. Number 9. Lapras. Labelled as a mythical Pokemon by Pokemon Go aficionados, this water-type Pokemon is mostly found in places of water like beaches and piers. That doesn't mean you're guaranteed to find one of these sly fiends, as they're known for being incredibly rare, as well as pretty powerful. Number 8. Porygon. Porygon is about as odd looking as they come, depicted as a sort of living origami piece. If you do happen to come across this bizarre Pokemon, jump on the chance to grab it, as it's proven to be quite the evasive creature to catch. Number 7. Kangaskhan. Pokemon Go players in Australia and New Zealand may find an abundance of Kangaskhan littering about, but players all over the world are going to be exploring for quite some time before they happen across this kangaroo Pokemon, if they ever happen to. It's rumoured that Kangaskhan is available outside of Australia and New Zealand, but still incredibly rare. Number 6. Alakazam. This psychic type Pokemon with an amazing moustache is an amazing find in Pokemon Go. That is, if you can find him. Named as one of the strongest Pokemon in the game, Alakazam is also very rare. With an average DPS rating of 32.9, he's worth searching for and adding to your collection. Number 5. Mr. Mime. You may not want to add this freaky clown-like Pokemon to your Pokedex, but the smiley face of Mr. Mime is so rare that to actually snag one would be a great feat. Unless you're in Europe or hatch him from an egg, Mr. Mime is going to be pretty difficult to come across. Number 4. Far-fetched. There's a reason this flying Pokemon is named Far-fetched. We're not sure what it is, but we like to think it's because capturing it in Pokemon Go is a pretty far-fetched idea, especially if you live outside of Asian regions. Oddly enough, despite how rare Far-fetched is, it's also known as being pretty weak and useless. Number 3. Dragonite. Ever want a dragon of your own? Well, catching a Dragonite may be your best bet, but even that's not going to be an easy task to accomplish. You can certainly catch a Dragonite in the wild, though it's going to be extremely hard to find. Otherwise, you can start from scratch and capture a bunch of Dratini to eventually evolve into a Dragonite. Either way, you have plenty of work ahead of you. Number 2. Ditto. Ditto is an extremely rare Pokemon, but thanks to the antics of one Pokemon Go player, not quite the rarest. This shapeless, blob-like Pokemon is one of 7 hidden in the game's coding, but YouTuber Frozen Aquacat toyed around with the game's internals and forced an encounter with Ditto. It wasn't meant to be, as the game crashed when they tried to toss a Pokeball. Number 1. Mew, Mewtwo, Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. You may be wondering why these 5 Pokemon were lumped into one group. They are as rare as they come, mostly because it's believed they're yet to be released into the world, currently existing only in the game's coding for possible future events. Furthermore, only recently Niantic CEO John Hanke has suggested that you could only acquire one of each of the legendary bird Pokemon corresponding to the team you're in. For example, players in Team Mystic can get Articuno, players in Team Valor can get Moltres, and players in Team Instinct can get Zapdos. If you happen to find yourself face to face with one of these legendary critters, you could become the ultimate Pokemon master. Ever caught one of these rare Pokemon? Or which one are you hoping to find the most? Share your story in the comments below. Thanks for watching and subscribe to Be Amazed.